Me. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I want to get to some news. I'm trying to play the promo here. The promo isn't working, so I do apologize for that. But it is what it is. We're gonna get to our story. If you want to advertise on this channel, like the video was supposed to play, you can hit me up ogod@hiphopun.com. That's ogod@hiphopun.com. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. Hit me up right now. Let me get something going for you. All right, looks like the mic is coming through clear. All right. So again, and to go to the second line of the description box where you can find my email to hit me up, right now. So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Apologize for the slight technical difficulty. So anyway, Malcolm-Jamal Warner, right? As we know him affectionately as Theo Huxtable, right? Passed away, today. Now, the backstory is that he was on a trip with his family. He was actually with his family out in Costa Rica, and he was swimming, and he got caught up in a rip current. Now, if you don't know what these rip currents are, they're very dangerous because they can pull you in, out, or under, and they can pull you out fast. Like you could be standing in water up to your knees, and they can knock you off your feet, and they could literally take you out 50 miles an hour or more, where you could be in water that you can't even stand up in. So, he was out there, he was, he was a decent swimmer. I'm not saying he was an Olympic swimmer, but they actually did bring him back in, but he succumbed, I guess too much water in his lungs and whatnot. And a salute to everybody too. Coming, I see everybody, the Empire, Talitha, how you doing? My boy Doug in the building, James in the building. I see y'all. Definitely hit the like button. I tried to pay the promo, but StreamYard robbed me. They robbed me the night of the promo. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize to the my sponsor for this video. I tried, my brother, but I'll get you on the next one for sure. But so yeah, now Bill Cosby through Andrew Wyatt also has something to say. I'll get to that in a second as well. If you're coming into the building, as my brother Doug said, please hit the like button. Hit the like button, meaning the thumbs up. Let's get it up to 167 likes. We're gonna talk a little bit about this and get moving on, on with our night here. So Andrew Wyatt, who's a great man, he's been on the show maybe 5 or 6 times now. He's actually Bill Cosby's rep / publicist, whatever you want to call it, right? He's the guy that you go to if you want to get to Bill Cosby for anything. He stood by Bill Cosby's side through the whole trial and everything. He's 100% a golden man. Like, we know him. He's been to our studio. This is a great guy, but nevertheless, he put a statement out through Bill Cosby because Bill puts his statements out through him, and he came out and said that the news was devastating to him. It was very devastating, to him. He goes on to say that he believes Warner created a lasting impact through his life work and will continue to change the world just as he did as a part of the Huxtable family and sitcom. Because you got to remember the chemistry that they had. And Bill Cosby alluded to this. He said they had amazing, chemistry, and they were amazing together, were his own words, right? This was the pinnacle, if I want to say pinnacle, the zenith of Black family and what Black success would look like. A Black doctor, a Black lawyer, kids in college, as opposed to some of the things that you see now. Maybe there are some wholesome, good shows now. Maybe I just don't see them. But think about what this represented in that time, right? And think about the image. See, I'm big on image. Let me put it like this. I can see my face a little bit closer. I'm big on image and how we're portrayed. And the Cosby Show had us in a positive light. Not every show was, but really every show had a lesson. Every show, had something that it was bigger than just like the plot. They were trying to prove and show you something that you don't have to go this route. You can actually be this, and this is what successful, a black family looks like. So that is very important when you can have that, model of success, and you can have that model for people to want to aspire to be. Because now you got people running around saying they want to be doctors, they want to be lawyers. I remember me and my cousin, you said we want to be stockbrokers. You feel what I'm saying? We when you see somebody, even like your father, when you see your father and your uncles, you see them doing great things as black men, you want to aspire to be that, no matter what it is. If there was a drug dealer, you probably would aspire to be that, right? Because you think what they're doing is the right thing. If they're a football player, you want to be a football player, right? If they're a construction worker, lawyer, doctor. So all this stuff matters. And that's why it's very important when people try to sweep it under the rug. Oh, it's about the parents. It is. It's the household, because the household can cut all that shit in the bud. If they're in a great household and they got great role models and great family and all that shit, stuff like that, all the influences won't mean anything, right? It won't mean anything. And I'm gonna get to the death a little bit. I want to get past this point. But when you don't have that, which a lot of our households don't have, you're easily swayed by the BS, right? Go to HBCUs, another thing, made that popular. You feel what I'm saying? So shows like that and others, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and we can go all the way down the line of shows that's like, okay, the director and the producer, they was and the stars were trying to do something with this, and they did something with this. So you got to salute all of them on that cast. Even Raven Simone, we interviewed Raven maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and she was a great interview. It wasn't too long. He said we got love and hip hop and basketball wise. Exactly. So see, when you come over here, man, we're gonna have this grown man talk, and about real things. Sometimes you might get in the bullshit, you know how I go, because it's a business too, but Ani Pee-wee. So yeah. So the conspiratorial aspect of this, I don't want to get into it too deeply out of the respect for his family, because sometimes people could just die mysteriously. Somebody can get into a car accident, somebody can trip and fall, somebody can choke on this, things happen. So I don't want to get into that. But I know people are quick to jump into that. And I'm not saying that sometimes that should not be on the table. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes it should be on the table. But I'm a guy that has, like, I want to see some evidence about that. Even this whole, is anybody in Georgia, this whole Lake Lanier thing, I'm very intrigued by Lake Lanier. Like, I watched documentaries on it. I wanted to see this movie on it, but it was like $20 on Prime. I was like, I ain't paying $20 for this joint. You feel me? This one hit hard. Definitely, Craig. Definitely. And these, and I'm like, man, what's going on with Lake Lanier? Then you do the history on it. You find out that it was a black town, a successful black town that was flooded. And then, you look at the aspect, that water has energy. And they got it's trees under there. It's a grave. It's a whole bunch of things that could be going on. And that's how you have to feel about the water. You have to respect the water. You got to respect the air. You got to respect the elements, because the water, it could be nourishing for you. It could be replenishing for you. It can cleanse, but it also can kill if you don't respect it. And I'm not saying he didn't respect it. I'm just saying you got to respect the power of the ocean. Lake Lanier, definitely Lake Lanier got a lot of bodies. You got to respect it. And that's why I don't mess with it. I'll go in the pool all day, but I'm not going. I don't care. Like, even my son, like, I'm watching Oscarville. Absolutely. I'm watching them. Like, yo, don't go over your ankles, bro. Don't go too deep. Anybody I'm with, yo, don't go too deep, because I'm not coming out there to get you. I mean, of course, my son, I'm gonna rest of my life, but like a grown ass person, dog, you better know how to swim, bro, because I'm gonna go out there and die too. But if it's my son, I'm willing to throw my life away and jump in there for him. Anybody else? Yo, drowning. You know what I mean? You feel me? So it's like, yo, I'm not messing with. I know I can't do nothing with that water, bro. Nothing with it. So I'm not messing with it. you know? So yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, I haven't been on the beach after wash my back. Yeah, Helena. Yo. And you could be the best swimmer in the world. The best swimmer in the world. And still get wrecked. I'm about to get drunk for Theo. Hey, man, look, if it was the weekend, I might take a shot with you, man. I got the shot glass and whatnot. You know what I mean? The Eagles Super Bowl shot glass, but not tonight, man. You know, I got my whiskey on deck. If y'all want to know what a brother drink. Yeah, I don't know if I can see that. Some redemption, weeded bourbon. You know what I mean? But not tonight, man. We'll wait till Friday or Saturday. You know? But I probably should take a shot for him, right? No, not tonight. But yeah, man. So it's I ain't gonna lie, man. This one hit me hard, bro. This one hit me kind of hard. Not tonight, word. This one, when I seen, I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow, man. You know, this is a real good brother, man. A real good brother. A real good dude. A real down to earth. A couple family of mine, they was posting when they met him. You feel me? It's just sad. Out of all the lot, like even like another one that hit hard was Nipsey Hussle. Even though I didn't know the brother, it was just like the circumstance behind it. You know. But this is unfortunately, this is a part of life. You know, you wake up one day, you might get that call, or you might not wake up. We definitely lost a good one. You know, so again, people are, you know, I'll do as much as I can. I'm only one person to try to give you the reaction of different people and whatnot. I'm actually thinking about doing something, which I may be exploring this with the channel once I get a lawyer involved. It's maybe opening up the channel to be like a channel, like they have different people with their podcast shows and stuff like that I choose, and we come to an agreement to actually keep the channel running. You know what I mean? Because I'm increasingly running out of time. You know, but I still got to do it. But if I could step away, you know, other people, you know, we can do some type of profit sharing. So stay tuned for that. That might be coming down the pipeline. That's like in my thoughts. You know, for sure. So stay tuned. But yeah, man, crazy. We grew up on this man being on TV. Yeah, man, like yo, like it's like we grew up with him. We seen them grow up. We waited so religiously for these shows, man. We waited so religiously for these, you know, even when they started. Y'all remember when they ran the reruns of these joints, yo? Like they ran I'm catching the reruns at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Like, oh, I can't wait to see Theo. But let me play a little clip here that I was listening to. Hopefully y'all can hear this real quick. Let me see.
Show, but went on beyond the show there as well. So let's now bring in Brenton Quirky from TMZ to break it all down for us and the latest updates from this really sad story.
Yes, obviously so heartbreaking. Such a tragedy here in the office. So many Cosby Show fans of this wonderful actor. He had a very long career even after the show that he was known for. Well, just getting into the details, TMZ has learned a little bit more about what happened on Sunday morning very early. We are told by Costa Rican National Police that Malcolm had actually gone out for an early morning swim. He had gone out to the coastline just before sunrise, and a little after sunrise got into the water. Not too many details about what exactly happened once he was in the water, but authorities did end up finding his body actually hundreds of yards away down the shoreline. His body was discovered in a rocky cove. It was brushed up against that rocky cove. We do know that first responders were called to the scene. Paramedics immediately tried to resuscitate him and made those efforts, but those efforts were unfortunately unsuccessful. We are being told by authorities that they currently believe that the cause of asphyxiation and the drowning is due to a possible very powerful rip current that may have come in again early in the morning. And as we know, rip currents are very, very powerful, and the immediate instinct when something like this happens is to swim against it, swim back to shore. But in many cases in the past, tragedies in the past, what happens is it only carries you out further and further, and then that leads to being tired and everything, and then drowning, of course.
Yeah, so unbelievable there. And Brenton, I also was reading that just days ago he had another podcast episode that was dropped, and now a lot of fans are starting to really listen to that as maybe one of his last times that you hear him.
Right, exactly. I mean, that kind of leads me to all of the outpouring of love that we're seeing all the celebrities talking about after hearing about this horrible news. We know that his co-stars from the Cosby Show have, and I quote, say that he was a quiet force, saying that he was a deeply thoughtful man. And those were not only the outpouring of love that we heard, we also are seeing celebrity after celebrity coming out speaking about this, just how shocked they are. A few examples are Wendell Pierce saying that he was a man of integrity. Jamie Foxx also came out saying that he is speechless, and I quote, speechless on this one, truly heartbroken and to rest in peace. And also Jennifer Hudson has spoken out this morning saying that she is devastated and truly heartbroken. And let me tell you, this guy had a very long career. We're talking about a character that he's known for, Theodore Huxtable, but what he really had was a multi-decade career in Hollywood, spanning several different shows. I did a little bit of research before this, and he had about 84 credits on his resume before passing away at just 54 years old. And TMZ also obtained photo, possibly the last photo of him that we may even have ever seen on TMZ.com at the airport on July 13th coming into Costa Rica. It's just so tragic to look at that photo and think that just a week later he'd be passing away.
Yeah, man. So that's one of the reports, the newest information going out, went for a morning swim. And like you said, that man, that's sad, man. That's crazy. That's gonna be anybody's reaction. Like you feel yourself getting pulled under or out, you can be like, yo, I gotta get back. Unless you're experienced where you're gonna relax. And still, bro, like, yo, man, wow. Man. You know, it's funny you say that, Tom P, because he's like, he didn't have no smut on his name like Eddie Winslow. I had a thought about Eddie Winslow. Because it's like, for some reason in my mind, and you say this, right? They're, not that they're interchangeable, but you kind of think of one when you think of the other, if you come from my era. And Eddie wilding out, messing with Trent, like doing all this crazy stuff, you know what I mean? And this man is just a wholesome, good young man. And this is the way he has to go, man. Crazy occurrence. Crazy occurrence. I guess, look, here's what I'll say. If you got beefs with anybody, quarrels with people, it ain't worth it. Because you never know when that could be the last time or day. You feel me, Helena? You feel me, yo? Like, you never know when that could be the last time. And you're going to be like, yo, what? Nah, I'm telling you. And y'all know this. I'm not telling you nothing you don't already know. But it's just sad, man. It's I'm pretty much lost for word. What else can I say at this point? What else can we could say? Oh, that's when somebody passed. We always say, oh, they should have did this. Oh, they should have did that. Oh, it's a rip current. Like, that's why me personally, I won't mess with it. Like, oh, we're going to the beach. Hey, good luck. Stay in the shallow. Stay, you know what I mean? Stay. Get my feet wet. Get up out of there. I don't like the sand anyway. Give me a pool. Something like that, lifeguard, something. And these Caribbean, I don't know if I was saying this earlier, bro. I went to Puerto Rico a few years back, and we supposed to ride the jet skis. I'm all happy about, like, oh yeah, we're gonna be ripping. This man takes us in the middle of the damn ocean, bro. I'm like, hold on, bro. I can't even see the shoreline no more, bro. You know what I do? He got this. The dude is like 100 pounds lighter than me. I'm looking at the life jacket. It's ripped. Like one more string and it's done. I'm like, well, something tells me, yo, you better take your ass back. If you go over in this water, one, ain't no guarantee this life jacket is gonna save you. You really can't swim like that. How you gonna climb your ass back up on that joint? And this little dude can't even help me get back on it because he's 100 pounds lighter than me. So everybody else is ripping, running. I'm riding shit like scared as a mug, feeling like I'm gonna fall over because it ain't like you just straight. You going like this the whole time. Big ass waves in the middle of the ocean. I'm like, I'm about to die in the Caribbean Sea. I'll take my ass right back to the shore and wait for an hour for everybody to come back. They laughing at me and shit. I'm like, yo, I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah. It was scary, but fun. Okay. All right. Nah, I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm not, I respect the water. I'm not snorkeling. I'm not fucking with heights. Like, I get on the plane, but if you want me to climb up something and I just don't do it. I'm telling you. I'm living to tell the tale. Like your spidey senses is telling you, yo, nah, dog, nah. I'm out. Everybody laugh, I'm feeling like a bitch. Like, damn, like there's women out there ripping this joint 100 miles an hour. I'm running back. Hey, look, it is what it is. But nah, man, yeah, them dudes be strong. Yeah. It's just certain things, man, But nevertheless, a little bit of humor, a little bit of light, to the situation. It was just a somber, sad situation. Don't forget about us. Yeah. So that's the news. I'm sure more information will come out as the days continue, to progress forward. And I like this one. What is it? Aurelius Williams. I think it's right. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was more than Theo. He was a blueprint for dignity. Wow. That's, man. He was us. Like he was us. He was us. He was, depending on how you grew up, what type of family you had. Like, I'm telling you, the Cosby Show, it might be the most important black show ever. The Cosby Show. It might be the most important black show ever. We didn't appreciate it back then, I don't think. We just laughing at Cliff and shit. Theodore, whatever his name was, a Cliff of Theodore, Huxtable, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Theodore. What was the Rudy? All these people, Theo. What I mean? We seeing little all, you feel me? We see all like, yo, we just grew up with that. We coming to see Rudy. Where Rudy at? Then Family Matters, another good show. With the weirdo on it. But not Jalil, the other one. Thank you, T. A lot of good messages. A lot of great messages. And it was this is like, it made you want, like, all right, you want to get a wife. I want to get a family. I want to be like him. I want to be like that family. Now we got Love and Hip Hop. Love and Shit Hop. Housewives and shit. HBCU community mourning his death. Absolutely. But I'm not gonna keep going on, man. I feel bad for his daughter. Absolutely. Cosby Show, A Different World, top 5. Yeah, go ahead and drop a few shows, man. If y'all can, then I'll get up out of here. A few shows that I'm probably forgetting. Because Different World was a spinoff of the Cosby, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it? About the HBCUs and all that. Family Matters, we got Cosby Show, we got Different World, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What are some other ones? Terrible TV programs, absolutely. My bad, let me put my man right up here. Mr. Ishmael, appreciate that. Yeah, they never wanted us to have good family figures. That's if they never, I mean, HBCU community is mourning his death for sure. For sure. Man. Yes. Martin, Living Single. I don't know, but the Living Single one, I don't know, ladies. I don't know. It might have been a little feminist touch of femininity, you know. But I give you that. I give it to you. You feel me? Martin, Living Single. What else? Cosby Show. Good Times. Yep. Mike Stevens. It definitely was a viable and best TV sitcom ever. Those were the days of learning for us. Absolutely. And not only did we have that, I had actual male and female role models that I had in real life. So imagine having the two. Not to say that we didn't do a couple of off the wall, but I wasn't gonna be allowed to do shit like that. If I would have went into the streets like that, I probably would have got killed by my parents, and you know, I would have felt like I was letting my grandfather down and letting this person down, and you know, all of that. The Cosby Show was the polar opposite of Good Times, so it was definitely important. Yep, The Resident. It was impactful in so many other racial communities too. I hear many people who appreciated the Cosby Show. Absolutely. And then it's how we portrayed. Now you got other people thinking that we some savages, that we this and that. But when you look at the Cosby Show, okay, it's actually, because you gotta remember, some white people and other people never really interact with black people unless we buy something out of their store or they see us on TV. May have one or two Hakeems in the classroom, but they're not really rocking with us like that for real. When they have to or whatever. But there's a lot of idiosyncrasies and shit from every race to race, and I see it, right? So when all you see is debauchery, sluts, hoes, women beating dudes, thugs, drug dealers, you start thinking that all black people's like this. When really it's not the case. It's really a small minority of us that's like that, along with other races. But the dominant society thinks this is us because of these clowns on TV and these clown rappers. They think that's really us. When we got thriving communities and great families. I just went to a cousin's event in Maryland over the weekend. Beautiful vibes, beautiful family, beautiful black people. You feel me? Like vibing, just it's all the love in the air. Like it was just the greatest thing ever. Family connected. Now we doing it every year. You feel what I'm saying? So in real life, it's different than what they showing. That's why I'm always on the image. Like, nah, I don't like our image being portrayed this way. Why are you doing this nut shit? Why we gotta have a sexy this and a sexy and that, and all this, and they being pushed out on us and the drill and all this shit. Somebody gotta say something about it, bro. You got other people that's gonna clown and make their money, and I get it. Get your dollar, dog. Get your money. But somebody gotta say something. We may lose money, we may lose opportunities for it. I don't give a fuck. This ain't the end all be all, bro. Sometimes people actually doing what they're called to do. You ever think about that? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 227. Yeah, good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Oh man. That boy went crazy. Rock. Yes, sir. Damn. Sanford and Son. Okay. What I miss? What I miss? Arella said where he drowned was named the most dangerous beach in the Atlantic coast. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's crazy. Even though it was sketch comedy and living color. Okay. Wow. Wow. What else they have out there? Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. What's happening? Yeah, appreciate it. The Jeffersons. Man, yo, hitting it, yo. See, I already we got the best audience on YouTube. Yeah, because it was man-made, never meant to be a lake. Wow. Wow. Let me see. My computer's running crazy slow. Crazy slow. Give me a second. Hey, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Meaning like button real quick. Let's get up to at least 100 real quick. Let me see. Real quick. We got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Appreciate it. Welcome back, Carter. That's my mama. You're not getting what? Ask me in 3 days. Yeah, so that's If you're just joining in, you see that Theo Huxtable, aka Malcolm-Jamal Warner, passed away. Was he 57 years old, I believe? After accidental drowning out in Costa Rica. Man, this computer's crazy slow, bro. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't. Oh, sorry, 54. My bad. I'm looking right at the thing in my face too. Or you hit the thumbs up. It should be on the screen or whatever. It looks like it's like a little arrow. Man, this computer's slow, bro. Man, different strokes. Another one. That's another one. Y'all killing it today. But I got a couple joints. I got to work on some other things that messed up Moesha's father's character at the end. Moesha. What else? What else did they have? Moesha. I was trying to pull them up so I could have a visual. But the computer is like, this computer's old, bro. I got to get a new desktop. All right, so let's see. Here's a list. I'm going to go over this before I get out of here. They got a list of the top 50 black shows. I'm like, Parenthood. Yeah. Parkers. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Those, yeah. What's happening? Okay. Damn. What's the other joint? What's the other one? In the House. Remember In the House? Jamie Foxx show. Bernie Mac. Which I think about Jamie Foxx. That was a great show. I used to watch. It used to come on Thursday nights on the WB. I used to watch it religiously every Thursday. You see, back when I come from the era where internet wasn't really crazy like that. You had like, you know what I mean? We had a Packer Bell computer with dial up. Do, 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 do. And it took you mad long getting the internet. So it was cable for us. Hank with Mr. Cooper, the Wayans brothers. And these shows will come on. It's funny you say the Wayans brothers. Then I think Jamie Foxx will come on at like 9 o'clock. And it was the show. And that's all you had. Like whatever was on, you had like 50-something channels. And that's what you would watch. That was your programming, right? The internet wasn't really popping. Even I didn't get a cell phone until like my junior year of high school. I'm not going to tell you my age, man. You feel me? Rock. Yep. In Living Color. Talk about the Steve Harvey show. Man, we great, bro. We great, man. We're great. We're great. All right, so they got Good Times, number 1. What's happening? What's happening? Number 2. In the House. Word. The Cosby Show. Family Matters. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. A Different World. Martin and Jamie Foxx Show. Sanford and Son. Give Me a Break. That's My Mama. Okay, that's the one. The Jeffersons. 227. Living Single. Sister, Sister. Remember that one? Sister, Sister. Never knew how much I missed you. Now everybody knows. Come on, man. Let's go. Girlfriends in Living Color. Steve Harvey. The Wayans brothers. Rock. Smart Guy. I ain't seen anybody put that in there. Yeah. Moesha. Thea. Who remember Thea? My 40 pluses. My 35 pluses. Come on, man. Everybody Hates Chris. Amen. Webster. Half and Half. The Parkers. My Wife and Kids. All of Us. Malcolm and Eddie. What's Happening Now? Benson, The Game, 1-on-1, The Parenthood, House of Pain, The Tracy Morgan Show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, The Hughleys. I don't rock with DL now, but that show was good. In the House, Eve, Meet the Browns, For Better or Worse, Grady, Are We There Yet? Between Brothers, Keenan and Kel. That's So Raven, number 50. Man, look. History. We got the history, bro. The history is etched in gold. Our history is etched in gold, bro. For sure, for sure. Wow. Wow. This reading that joint just brought up mad memories, man, from childhood and whatnot. Wow. But with that being said, I wish I could be in here all night. I got some other things to do. I appreciate everyone who took time out to listen, to like, to comment on this channel. If you want to advertise, though, if you have a business, you might want to advertise with us. Before I will come on, your product, service, business brand would play right before a video came on. Here's the email: ogod@hiphopun.com. That's ogod@hiphopun.com. Hit me up right now. We can engage. Let me know what you got. Be ready to rock. We can get moving. I can get you on, get you rolling. And if you go right now in the description box right below, you can copy it in the browser, copy and paste it, and shoot me a quick email if you got a business, brand, product, song, anything. And I'm going to be expanding some other things later on too as well. So stay tuned for that. Stay locked in and what we got going on. Everybody have a great night. Everybody have a great night. My sister Talitha is in the building. A prophetess is in the building. Alina, Eric Campbell, everybody who rocked out with me. Mr. Ishmael, Bougie, I'll see you commenting a lot. Infamous Queen Diamond, Timepiece, who else? K Pill, Alfonso, T. Appreciate all the comments, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.